What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Life here, bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video, and today we are going to be playing some Thunder Dragons. However, my Thunder Dragons is on a budget because your boy is broke in URCP and also SRCP, and this was about the best I could do. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because you don't want to miss the content that I do bring out, and I don't bring out just, you know, simple meta decks. I bring out all types of decks, so it's a lot of content I am putting in, a lot of different decorations that I'm messing with just to see what works, what doesn't work. And on top of that, I play on not only just one account, multiple accounts. I play on my boy Ninlock's account, I play on my main and also my alt account, so do keep that in mind, right? I have multiple accounts that I'm working with, so I may not have every card every time that you guys see me do a video. Either way, this is what we are playing with. So I decided to go with more of the Dragon Buster Destruction lock more than the Artifact Sight lock, just because I felt like this was a little bit more easier to get off than the Sight lock, since it was so dependent on Dagda an effect activating on the field. Meanwhile, you can just go ahead and summon out Union Carrier, equip it to DPE, or equip it to Colossus, or equip it to Colossus, right? So it's something simple as that. Or you can even equip it to Access Code Talker, whichever one that we decide to go ahead and equip it to at the time that we have on the field. But this is what we are playing. We're playing one Dragon Buster Destruction, 2 Thunder Dragonmatrix. This card is really good. 3 Ash Blossoms, 1 Celestial, 3 Aleister the Invokers, 3 Aloof Lupines, 2 Nemesis Corridors, 3 Thunder Dragons, 2 Thunder DragonDark, Thunder DragonDarks, 1 Dasher, 1 Thunder Dragonhawk, and then 2 Thunder DragonRoars, and then finally we are playing Destiny Hero Plasma. Now Destiny Hero Plasma can be basically replaced with anything. I mostly play it because it is a Destiny Hero. It's a level 6 or higher, so just in case we do get a Celestial in the hand, but we have to put it on the field to protect ourselves, and then we have a Fusion Destiny, we can't summon out this, we can go ahead and use it, or in case we have enough cards on the field to summon out Plasma, then we can go ahead and basically get off this effect, and he's basically a change of heart to where we can just snatch their card, and on top of that he's a skill drain to only the opponent, so super cool card. And then I do have 3 Allure of Darkness, 2 Invocations, 2 Thunder Dragon Fusions, 2 Fusion Destinies, 2 Magical Meltdowns, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Droplet, and then 3 Infinite Impermanences. Now the reason that I am only playing 1 Call by the Grave, guys, is because on this account I don't have 2, so it hurts. Same thing with the Forbidden Droplet, right? So that is why. Another thing I will point out is if you guys can and you have maxis, play 3 maxis. I don't have the ability to play this, so I can't, but if I did, I would definitely play this over playing the Plasma, right? And then on top of that, another good card that was really in this deck would be the Instant Fusion, along with the Ready Fusion, as that could go ahead and get you set up as well. And then you can play a little bit more of a synchro type deck and kind of remove some of the extra deck. But this is what we are playing. Now for our extra deck, we are playing Invoked Raijin, 1 Colossus, obviously, 1 DPE, 2 Invoked Bakabas, 2 Thunder Dragon Titans, 1 Artemis, 1 Maschiana, 1 Union Carrier, 1 Verte, 1 Unicorn, 1 Appaloosa, and then 1 Access Code Talker. Now you do not need the Appaloosa God. I never found myself going into it, to be honest with you. It might be better to not have it in there and just play something a little bit better, but you know what, it is what it is. Go ahead and play what you guys think is best. So now what does this deck do? Basically this deck is here to just go ahead and summon. That's what it's doing. Usually I can go ahead and use the Aloof Lupine, toss out our Thunder DragonRoar or the Thunder Dragonhawk, or just a regular Thunder Dragon, right? Since they're all Thunder, and then their effects will activate, they get banished. You banish one of them, banish the second one. They would then be able to just get you an easy access to Thunder Dragon Titan or Thunder Dragon Colossus. And you can even go into Verte if you need to go ahead and summon out the Unstoppable DPE. Now, this deck is super fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Life is signing out. See ya. Okay, so this one we are going to be going first, and I'm going to start off with the Aloof. By summoning our Aloof Lupine, I can toss out our Thunder Dragon, which tosses out our Thunder DragonRoar. Roar allows me to summon the Thunder Dragonhawk, and then I activate Magical Meltdown. I'm now going to go ahead and grab myself an Aleister of the Invoker. From there, I'm going to go ahead and make a Verte, and the reason I'm making Verte is because I can go ahead and get off a free DPE. Plus, I could get Thunderhawk into the grave, which allows me to put 2 cards in the deck to draw 2 new cards. We draw into a Invocation, which is pretty good, because now we can go and use Invoker and Hawk, banish the Hawk and the Invoker to summon out a Makaba. Then I can go ahead and activate Verte and the Conjurer's ability, so we can summon out ourselves a DPE by tossing Celestial and Dasher into the graveyard. So now we have the Enforcer onto the field. And what I'm going to do now is just end my turn. So right now we do have 1 Omni Negate if we were to have the correct cards in our hand, but because we only have a monster, we can only negate monster cards. And we notice they are playing Numerons, so we're gonna go ahead and negate that Numeron wall. He does summon out the Diurnal Wrestler Prank Chops, so he did bait us out of doing what we wanted to do. And he's gonna go ahead and destroy our Invoked Makaba, which is pretty smart of him, because now I'm forced to go ahead and destroy 2 of my cards. So I'm gonna keep our Verte Anaconda on the field just in case. He then activates the Numeron Gate, which is gonna allow him to summon all the Numerons on the field. Then from there, gonna go into the Infinite Track Fortress. And so this card is super annoying because only Xseed monsters can destroy this card, and only Xseed monsters can affect it, which means that I can't really get around it because I don't play any Xseeds. So I gotta pray that we figure out a way to get by it. But anyways, we do get the Thunder Dragon Fusion. I'm going to go ahead and summon out the Thunder Dragon Titan in defense just so I can protect myself. Then I play Invocation that we get off the Celestial draw. Use the Aleister the Invoker in one of his Numeron monsters to summon out ourselves a Invoked Makaba once again. I'm gonna now put the Invoker into our hand, and then I'm gonna use Allure of Darkness. We do get the Thunder Dragon Arc into the grave. Dark goes now to go ahead and give us a Thunder Dragon Hawk, and then from there I'm gonna activate Thunder Dragon Hawk's ability. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Thunder Dragon Titan's ability to destroy his Numeron Gate. And the reason I'm doing that just to get it off the field, since we can't destroy his Infinite Track, but now we can at least get the DragonDark onto the field. Then from there, I'm gonna use Verte and Dark and Aleister to go ahead and make ourselves a access code. We are gonna get a little beefy, not too much. I decided, let me go ahead and test my chances to see if this would work. It doesn't work. So we just go ahead and attack for 300 damage. So right now, this thing is pretty much unkillable. The only thing I can pray we get is a Forbidden Droplet or a Imperm, because that's about the only way we can save ourselves. Anyways, we do get destroyed. From there, he takes out our Titan and Makaba. But we do get ourselves an Aloof, and I'm gonna go ahead and activate Thunder Dragon Fusion's ability. From there, we get ourselves a Nemesis Corridor. Nemesis Corridor is such a good card, especially when it comes to this deck. I'm going to now use the Invoke to summon out a Raijin. Raijin would be super useful here, but because of the fact that we can't put him into defense mode, I'm forced to just go ahead and put him in defense just in case something else gets played. Now I can use our Thunder Dragon Fusion to bring out another Titan. This time I'm going to put Titan into attack mode. And the reason I'm putting Titan into attack mode is because we do have Aleister in our hand. So if he attacks our Titan, what we can do is just go ahead and use its effect to gain 1,000 attack points. And that way it can't be destroyed. And that's exactly what he does. I wait till the battle phase damage step to activate it. Then they activate Numeron. I mean, not Numeron. They're going to activate Eldoic, which was crazy that he even has this card in his deck. But guess what? We finally draw into a Forbidden Droplet. Now that we drew into Forbidden Droplet, I'm going to summon out Aloof, toss out 1 Thunder monster to toss out the DragonRoar, get a Thunder DragonDark onto the field, get rid of the Aloof, negate the effect of the Infotrack, and we're going to go ahead and attack. So we do just enough damage to go ahead and take them down. I'm going to now go ahead and get rid of the Thunder DragonDark, destroy the card face down. It happens to be the Numeron Calling, and we now get ourselves a Thunder Dragonmatrix into our hand thanks to the removal of Thunder DragonDark, which is going to be really big for us. He then plays Allure of Darkness face down to get himself a Eldritch onto the field. The Eldritch is going to come into attack mode. Honestly, it doesn't mean anything. I'm just going to use Invoked Raijin to go ahead and put it face down. So they're going to go ahead and scoop. Basically, what would have happened if I used Thunder Dragonmatrix ability, I would have been able to destroy a card on the field anyways, thanks to Thunder Dragon Titan. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the next one. All right, so this is going to be the second match, and we are going to be going first. So I'm going to activate the Allure of Darkness, and guess what? It is a mirror match. They're going to activate that Thunder DragonDark. Now, I'm a little confused on why they decided to activate that, but it is what it is. Anyways, we get the Allure of Darkness off, which is going to go and toss out our Thunder DragonRoar. From there, they're going to activate a Max C. And there's nothing we can really do to stop that. So I'm going to just activate our Thunder DragonDark as well, just to go ahead and get it into the graveyard since we have a Thunder Dragon Fusion. We do draw into another Thunder DragonDark thanks to this ability, and now with Thunder DragonRoar, I can summon out the Thunder Dragonhawk. From there, I use the Thunder Dragon ability to get 2 more Thunder Dragons from the deck. I'm going to go ahead and now use its ability to summon out a Thunder Dragon Colossus. From there, I'm going to use Thunder Dragonhawk's ability in our grave to go ahead and basically return 3 cards to the deck and then get 3 new cards. Now I can activate the Thunder Dragon Fusion, send 3 cards back to the deck, summon out a Titan. Now my biggest mistake here was not putting in defense mode. I meant to put in defense mode, but I completely forgot. Anyways, they activate the Ash Blossom. I'm going to then use Call by the Grave to go ahead and stop that. Now what's going to be really cool is now we can go ahead and go into some more plays, because as you can see, our hand is pretty set up. We got a really nice hand going here. So now we get the Invocation. From Invocation, we're going to go ahead and summon off the Invoked Makaba. So now we get an Invoked Makaba onto the field. We can activate Invocation's ability, put the Aleister back into the hand. Then we're going to use Fusion Destiny, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into defense. So even though we did give our Thunder Dragon counterpart a lot of cards, we are still kind of set up. We have him that he literally cannot add cards to his hand. And then we would have had a Destroyer, but we get negated by the Imperm. They summon out the Battery and Solar. From there, they're going to go into Striker Dragon. Now they're going for more of a Chaos form of Thunder Dragons, which is pretty good. I just feel like they work a lot. And because I don't have Max Seeds in my deck, because I don't have any on this account, this is the only reason I'm not playing a version of this. Max Seed really does help them. Anyways, I'm going to now activate Invoke Makaba to negate the Dragonmatrix ability. That way he does not get an attack buff. Then they're going to go ahead and activate the Thunder Dragon Fusion card, summon out a Thunder Dragon Titan themselves, which is going to be put into attack mode. Honestly, not too scared. I'm going to activate Aleister to go ahead and literally save our card. He gets destroyed, and the reason he got destroyed is because of the fact that if this card would be destroyed by card effects, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. But because it was by battle, he could not save himself. Then he's going to use his Titan. I'm going to go ahead and destroy his Striker Dragon, activate the DPE. From there, they're going to go ahead and destroy our Invoke Makaba, but that's okay because we already used its ability. So now it is our turn. I'm going to bring back our DPE, which is going to lower the Thunder Dragon Colossus ability, attack, and then we're going to go ahead and activate a Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now, I cannot believe they had another Maxi in their hand. I just love to see it, don't you? Anyways, we're going to use Phoenix Enforcer, get rid of the Thunder Dragon Fusion, go ahead and get him to remove one of his Thunder monsters from the grave, which is going to then be able to allow us to still summon out our card, which is another Thunder Dragon Titan. From there, we're going to activate Celestial. So it is going to get a little stronger, but that's okay because we draw into a Thunder Dragon Roar. Roar is going to allow us to go ahead and just do a lot of good things. From there, I'm just going to go ahead and attack. Now I'm going to activate Droplet. By activating Droplet, I get rid of Magical Meltdown. I'm just going to go ahead and attack, and I'm pretty sure I end for game here, if I remember correctly. Yep, just enough to go ahead and end for game. And that's going to be GG's. So as you can see, this deck is super strong. You just get so much cards onto the field, man. Let's get into the next one. Okay, for this one, we are going to be going second, and we're going to activate Cyber Emergency. So I was thinking this was going to be Cyber Dragons, as I have not seen Drytrons in quite some time. But you know what? They actually summoned out Diviner. By summoning out Diviner, they get the Herald into the graveyard. They're going to go ahead and get themselves a Metonius Drytron. And then from there, they're going to activate Gamma's ability. So they did Brick, because if they're activating Gamma's ability already, that can't be good, right? Anyways, they're going to go and use the Gamma to summon out a Perfection. I mean, the Ultimateness. And after that, they're just going to end their turn. So obviously, they did not open up with a really good hand. But guess what? We did, and that's all that matters. So we're going to go ahead and use the Magical Meltdown. What I'm trying to do is bait out whatever they have by trying to stop the Ultimateness from popping off. So I summon out the Aleister. From there, I'm going to activate Artemis. Then we're going to use Invocation. Now they decide to go ahead and negate it, which is going to be a-okay, because we have the power of Magical Meltdown that is going to still allow it to go through. So I'm not really sure why they did that. Now we get the Invoked Macabre. I'm going to go and use Fusion Destiny. From there, toss the Celestial and the Dasher into the graveyard to get off the DPE. Then we're going to use Invocation ability again to go ahead and grab us back our Aleister from the grave. And now we can go ahead and attack. So I am going to activate DPE's ability, get rid of the DPE, get rid of the Ultimateness, and we're going to go ahead and use Macabre to attack. From there, I'm going to end my turn. Now, the Drytron player is looking like he's in a tough place. I honestly don't know what they can do at this point, to be honest. They do summon out a Drytron Nova. I'm just going to go ahead and negate that. And then from there, it's just going to be GG's. Thanks to Macabre, because they couldn't activate this. So they're not going to be able to get their alpha onto the field, or whatever they were going to try to get. So they just go ahead and rage. Oh man, this deck is good. This deck is really good. All right, so this is going to be the last duel, and we are going to be going second. Now, this does suck, as going first is usually such a good thing for my deck, but because we're kind of stuck here. And it looks like they are going to be playing some Tri-Brigades. Now, Tri-Brigades is really good, especially when they go first, because they can just go ahead and set up. And with their setup, they just can do so many things for free. Luckily, we do have an Imperm in our hand, so they're going to go ahead and summon out the Karas. With the Karas, I'm going to actually negate that, which is going to stop them from summoning out their Link monster. And I believe they banished 2 cards. Yeah, they banished out 2, so they would have stopped them from summoning out the Link 2 version. But they do get a Rescue Cat, and then they decide to go into Nordics. Now, I've never seen a Nordic Tri-Brigade deck, so this is a little interesting for me, as they go into the Golveg of Nordic, which is going to allow them to summon out 3 different Nordics. And then from there, they're going to go into Thor, Lord of the Iser. So if you guys don't know what this card do, like I didn't, once per turn, they can negate effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of this turn. Once per turn during the end phase, if this face-up card was destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 Nordic Beast Tuner from your graveyard, special summon this card, and then inflict 800 damage. Now, I was thinking, what am I going to do? How can I bait this out? So I decided to go ahead and use Magical Meltdown, and then I decided to just say, screw it, man. Let's go with the Invoke. They actually don't negate us, which is going to allow us to now go into our tuner, into our Link of Artemis. I'm now going to activate Invocation. They're going to go ahead and get their Nordic Beast banished for the free, which I can now bring out our Macabre. By bringing out Macabre, I'm going to activate Nemesis. Nemesis is going to put our Aleister back into our deck. And then I'm going to go ahead and link into our Verte. From Verte, I'm going to go ahead and use it to use Fusion Destiny to get out a DPE. So this is all because they didn't want to negate what we had going. So from there, I'm just going to activate that to see if I can still bait out the negate. Nothing happens, so I decide, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and attack, use Aleister in our hand to go ahead and to kill that thing, and then finally attack with the DPE and the Verte. Now I do play a card face down, which is going to be our Call by the Grave, just in case, because you know they are still playing Tri-Brigades, and then we get hit with the Winged Dragon of Raw Spear mode. I'm now going to go ahead and have to use this Call by the Grave on the Fractal, which is going to negate this. And so now I'm so confused of why they are playing Spear mode. Oh my gosh, I don't know what deck this was, but this deck was actually crazy. So I'm gonna have to activate Magical Meltdown. Hopefully they don't have an Ash, what they don't. So now I can summon out Aleister the Invoked, and then from there I'm gonna use our Aleister in our graveyard and also use their Naval to go ahead and make Invoked Raijin. So what this is going to do is allow me to now bring out a Celestial, banish the DPE to go ahead and get 2 cards. Now I can use the Invocation to go ahead and get the Aleister. Oh man. So now I'm going to use DragonDark, the Thunder DragonDark, to go ahead and activate this effect, to then activate Thunder Dragonhawk's ability to special summon the DragonDark, which is going to allow me to go ahead and now summon out the Thunder Dragon Colossus. From Colossus, I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything I have on the field, because in our main phase 2, I need to get the Spear mode off my field, which is what I do. I go into our Maschiana, and the reason I did this was just in case they are playing a Ring Dragon of Raw, so it doesn't go back to their side of the field where they can just go ahead and summon out Raw for the free from their deck. So they do play a card face down, and at this point I wasn't worried about what they're playing, so I decided to go ahead and end our go into our standby phase. We do get the dasher to summon out the Dragon Matrix. And then from Thunder Dragonmatrix, I'm going to activate in the Invocation. And they're going to go ahead and activate the Revolt. Now, I literally forgot this was a Tri-Brigade deck because of the fact that they had already played Nordics. From Nordics, they played Ring Dragon Raw Spear mode. So you can see how I was a little confused on what they were doing. And then they summoned out the Ominous Omen. And for some reason, they didn't activate their effect. So I don't know what this person was doing. I'm going to be honest. Like, their effect did not go off. They didn't banish anything. I'm not sure why, as they could have banished at least something. But, oh, you know what? Now I think about it, maybe they did not want to get their card destroyed by Makaba, which would have made sense. But anyways, we just go ahead and attack for game. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know. This deck is actually pretty cool. I was happy to make this deck. I don't know, one day I was just like, you know, let me make a Thunder Dragon deck and combine it with some stuff since I'm missing some cards. And it actually worked pretty well. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. See ya.